Trying to get my trying to remember which one it is on. Hold on. Give me a second.
Go ahead, man.
Switch to speaker. Okay, got it.
Okay, bet,
Okay.
bet, bet, bet.
Okay,
So,
because I'm pretty much using my PlayStation at the moment. So
okay. It's all good. So, um, something big came back from SmackDown a few days ago. Why don't we talk
yeah,
about that for a sec?
I was actually shocked, but I'm thinking what he should have done is should have been working with Dane House, and that's what I was
I,
been hearing.
I was actually optimistic to see Baron Corbin back in the picture. I think he's a really good mid Carter. So,
Yeah,
I,
he
I was
is.
really nice.
Hopefully, that's
I
good.
think I don't see him as like a main event level player, but I do see him like a solid mid card guy that can actually turn to main event if he's booked the right way. That's the thing too, is that sometimes like Trick Williams, for example, Trick Williams when he joined, he was like a mid Carter to Carmelo Hayes. But then he got time to like elevate his character to the point where now he's like a main event level player. But
Yeah,
he's still doing great in the mid card. And can we please put some respect on that US title that Trick got? Like, I'm telling you, that title just added to his aura. I don't care what anybody says, that title looks sick.
and it
Like with
looks
the
fire, but I don't want to know how much that title cost. I think maybe like $800. I'm thinking it's going for right now. I'm thinking I
man,
seen on WWE shop.
if there was ever a chance for me to get that title belt, I would have definitely cashed in on that because that title looks sick with the fur matching the jacket. Like, bro, the women cannot be on with white strap titles. Let the men like Trick Williams have a white strap title, and it's in the fur too. Why is everybody? I don't know why people are not liking that design.
I actually like it. It's actually pretty cool design, and I was actually shocked they actually made a custom design, kind of like doing what they did with John Cena when he won the United States champion. Kind of.
We need more of that in the current day product. We need like more unique titles, not for everybody, but like for certain talent that have like the aura for it. Like Trick Williams is a perfect guy that has the aura for that. Like Stone Cold in the '90s, he had the aura to have the Smoking Skull belt, so it made sense for him.
Yeah, then The Rock had the Brahma Bull WWE Championship too.
But that
So
title
it's
was
like,
never but that title was never on TV, which I didn't really understand that. Especially in the '98 when he was the corporate champ, that should have been
yeah,
perfect time to put that belt in. Missed opportunity there. Speaking of title belts, one underrated one, Daniel Bryan's eco-friendly championship belt.
that
That title's underrated in my opinion.
it is like it kind of looks stupid in a way. It does.
But then again, like you got to think about the context of it. Daniel Bryan was like the planet's champion. He did not like how the other title was, so it added to his character a lot, and it really helped his heel work. And I think he had a good heel run 2018 to 2019. That was a really good heel run.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
it was until after Mania 39. I mean 35, because I mean he did win the title with Rowan, but like it didn't really matter really. It would change for like a cup of coffee.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll be honest. Here's a bit of a hot take. I think Daniel Bryan's heel turn 2018 was better than John Cena's heel run 2025.
It was because Daniel Bryan, like they didn't really do too much with John Cena's heel run. They were doing a lot more with Daniel Bryan's heel run than John Cena.
And the
They
only
were.
problem is that The Rock was not involved. And according to Logan Paul on his podcast, Travis Scott, like there was something with Travis Scott that kind of cut that booking part of it out too. So that also was kind of the bad thing about it. And the thing is too that that's not to say John Cena's run wasn't that terrible. There was some good moments with it too, but like I don't know. I feel like Daniel Bryan's heel run was better in terms of like the booking side of things. If you're looking at it from a match quality perspective, it's still probably Daniel Bryan's heel run, but that doesn't mean that John Cena didn't have great matches from his heel run. Not to say that. Like I remember like the tag match with Logan Paul, that was a pretty entertaining one. Um the match with Orton at Backlash, despite the ending, was okay. So like yeah, there were some good matches, but like none of that matches were better than Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles at TLC 2018.
Yeah, that was,
And I say that because that was probably Daniel Bryan's best match as a heel from that heel run. And like with Daniel Bryan, he just had like he was like a guy that you could try to turn heel when the time is right. They tried to turn him in heel 2014, but that just didn't work. But however, I will say, despite not working, it added to his popularity. I will say that. Like the cage match on Raw with the Wyatts with Bray against the Usos, that
Yeah.
ending with Bryan turning on Bray and like the crowd just like chanting yes all the time with it. Like they were in sync. Hold up. They were did you see they were all in sync with the yes chant with Daniel
Yeah.
Bryan?
I
Like
see.
none of them like there was not one like miss. All of it was in sync. And that's really rare in today's WWE. Now, besides that part, I actually got some good news for me. So, you know how throughout from last year before 26 came out, I couldn't play 25 till from November of last year
Yeah.
because the game kept crashing, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's some good news and bad news. The good news is I can play 25 now.
Uh,
However, I have to be offline to play it without it crashing on me. So that's when the bad news comes. The bad news is that now I don't have the island unlockables and I have to play my rise and I don't have my creations. I don't have like the
uh,
alternate tires that I made. I don't have anything like that. However, the only good thing about that is that at least I can play the game because I love playing 2K25 despite all that. And if I
yeah.
have to, and if I don't, and plus if I do universe mode, I don't think I want to put Goldberg and Nikki Bella in my universe. I don't know if I want to do that. Like I'm okay with the roster that I'm dealing with now. So it's it's a pro and a con for me about that, but I can find a way soon to get the island unlockables at a later date.
Yeah.
So and then so the sacrifice I had to uninstall 24 and 22 because they were clogging up most of my space. So I kept 23 as well because I think because I feel like 23 is probably the better game for me to play. Because 24 there's a lot of like bugs with the game itself. Like I know you probably know of it too. You've been seeing videos about it that
Yeah.
like the thing that annoys me is the crazy sweet bugs, like characters being bald, the wrong logos. Like I don't
Yeah.
even I didn't even care that my calls were not having logo bugs because like it was only a matter of time before it happens to my calls, and I'm not trying to have that. 23, like I have fun with everything else like that. So yeah, so 20 if 20 and 25 like continues this bug even offline, 23 is like the game I'll always go back and play. So yeah, so far
And
I've experienced no issues with 25 at the moment. So hopefully it stays that way.
I
And if
do
I
have
have
a little bit of confirmation for 26 already for the new packs for this Friday for certified heat. We do need the Great Muda for the get the Ruby Rusev card. That
I was about to tell you about that. I saw the banner of it in my faction. There was a great Muda card and a Mark Henry SummerSlam Volume 2 card. So that means that we're
Superstar
getting
Series 3 should be this Friday too.
Superstar Series 3 is probably going to be in the SummerSlam packs, right? Or they're going to be in
No,
the
no, it's gonna be in certified heat because Rey Mysterio.
what
There's an Emerald Rey Mysterio card that's not in the card market.
wait, what's the thing called again? Certified what?
Certified heat.
Don't you think that's a reference to something?
Well, it's kind of summertime, so it could
I mean,
be.
like the certified part. I've heard of the tag that had the certified G part. I've heard of that before,
I
and I
really
have,
don't know what they're doing with it, but it's like kind of like Heat Wave they're doing, but it's not called
and
Heat Wave this year.
I did hear rumors about Enzo and Cass showing up, which I wouldn't really mind with. So I just like that they get kind of a little Easter egg when it comes to the certified G part. But I feel like Heatwave has a pretty good card art. I would
They
say
did for
I did
sure.
like the art, but
Um,
the summer
did
heat
you
from 23 was peak in my opinion. That Undertaker one, forget about it.
did you hear
That
about the WrestleMania 42 DLC info?
and I Yep, and I will say I'm a little upset at myself because I made a Liv Morgan 26 tellers, and I'm still not going to delete that one because that's my own persona. So the only thing I'll change for it, I'll probably just add the trouble music. That's the only thing I'll add to it. But other than that, I don't know. But
The only
I,
thing that should have been Paige in the DLC
oh
added.
yeah, absolutely. Paige should have definitely been in that.
There's I seen a post that Paige did responded to that at that tweet after they posted it. She said, "Hey," like as soon as they posted it.
I feel like Page should have been in the game instead of Cody Rhodes. We already had the Cody Rhodes from Mania 41 last year.
Yep.
Like, I don't get why Cody Rhodes is in here. Like, I get that he's the tires are like cool, but like, you have like people like, what's the status that can make a better version of that? I
Yep.
could have made a
100%.
I could have made a better version of it myself because of my creativity. Like, I've made a lot of great alternate tires, especially 25. I was cooking with alternate tires. I was making better ones that were for free. They didn't require any logos. Just it was like superstar threads.
And
So like
apparently, also I've been hearing about the Trish Stratus at 2000 could be the collection set reward for Certified Heat. I've been hearing.
to be honest, it's not surprising because they've been adding Persona cards as cleanse every reward. So it doesn't really surprise me if it's that one. And what surprised me was a Persona card and I could pull from packs because it hasn't. I don't know. Besides, ever since the WrestleMania packs, every single pack that came out had at least one Persona, either as cleanse reward or as a normal card. So yeah. Also, here's another thing. Did you notice that in the banners it said Pillman against Gunther?
Yeah, that
What is
is
that?
Walter 22 Persona card. It's coming in.
How was
It's
a
in the files. It is.
I was about to tell you about that. I thought you didn't know about it.
Yeah, I
That
known about
apparently
it. I looked into the files. I looked at some few
I
Persona
should.
cards. I did, and a few packs that comes out. I've seen.
Are you thinking that they're gonna patch the game to include that Gunther card into Walter, or
Not
or is he
100% sure.
or
Actually,
is
what
he
that
gonna be like in a different card pack?
it's going to be in different pack most likely for the Walter. If not, it's a live event report
Probably so. I can see that definitely.
because they haven't done they stopped doing putting Persona's cards as ultimate challenges now, and like
I feel like they
they've
did
been
that because I feel like they did that because they knew the outrage they were getting from the fans that like they couldn't get to certain cards. So I kind of now I start to understand why. That's why when they did Sid and Lex, it was because like they didn't want to have more heat. Because remember with the Drew McIntyre 10 heat? Remember with
yeah.
that?
Then that's
I
why they brought it back twice. They did one in like in a pack. One was actually throughout the entire numbers game. It was.
that numbers game was kind of the numbers game events. They're kind of a cool thing, but I just feel like they could have been more tedious, I would say. I feel like 26 is better because they have like certain overalls. Like they have sapphires now. Next one's gonna be the rubies. I like that better for the numbers game events. Hopefully this leads to a persona because they're doing these like multiple events that ties into big rewards. And the reward for this one for the dynamic deals is Braun Breaker diamond card.
Yeah. Well, there's another match just got added to SummerSlam just now. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys versus the Usos and Jacob Fatu now
That
added
match
to
looks
SummerSlam.
I like to see how that match goes. And at least it's nice to see that
Yeah.
Royce Keys is actually getting some good TV time.
Yeah,
So,
he's getting involved with the Bloodline story.
I mean,
Saw the.
Royce Keys is really a friend of Jacob Fott too. So there's that whole side of relationship story, and it's nice to see that newer talent like Royce Keys is getting the spotlight put on him as well. And I'm excited to see what they do with LA Knight and Solo.
Yeah,
Excited to see how that goes.
Solo didn't want to team up with him, or someone didn't want to team up with someone. I don't fully
It was
remember.
LA Knight and Solo. LA Knight and Solo are the ones that have like Solo wants to team with LA Knight, but LA Knight does not want that because he doesn't trust him.
I remember it was one of the two, but I couldn't fully remember which one it was. Because I remember they were going back and forth. Like Solo said, I didn't have no one. I need you to help me.
Yeah, that was Solo that said to LA Knight. LA Knight just didn't trust him. Also, an update for me as well. The MFP. I've been opening a lot of the free packs from the birthday batches, and now I'm at 138,000 MFP right now. I don't know if the pricing is gonna change this Friday. There's a chance it
I'm gonna
might.
just go to predicting, say yes, but I always say yes, but then again, at least kind of outsmart. Like so, if you get prepared, 'cause I'm very like 110,000 MF, and 110,000 VC, and about 100,000 VC.
Yeah, I'm actually at 138, so I can do like a 10 box at best. The VC that I'm having right now, I'm currently sitting at 36,000. I'm planning on using the VC for the next week's ride, the same week as the ringside pass.
Yeah.
Trying to do that. So I'm
Whenever
hopeful
I
that I can.
usually what how I normally do it is whenever like if I can build up at least over 200,000 MFP, I'll do a 20 bucks with MFP. Like then when next packs comes, I use my VC on next packs, but
It's
it's
just
gonna
been hard for
be
me to. It's just been hard for me to grind MFPs for, especially for 20 boxes, because like it's just not that much stuff to grind for really. Besides the island, and the island, there's a lot of server issues that I deal with, and it's hard for me to do a 20 box besides the ringside pass.
yeah.
So
Well, only way you can do it is be grind like 5 hours a day, and that's about it to get a
that's the
20
best. That's how
bucks.
much that I try to grind per day. But like when I'm free and I have nothing else to do, I grind for more than 5 hours, really.
Yeah, same here. I
But
usually
sometimes I
grind
just
more than 5 hours.
sometimes I play, but sometimes in those times I play universe mode, and I'm actually doing a universe myself. I actually have some pretty good champions that I just crowned at the my SummerSlam PLE. I'm actually pushing a lot of talent like Cesaro and Julia. I push them to the moon right now, and I'm trying to be a better booker than Vince McMahon, because I feel like Triple H is a great booker, but I just feel like with TKO in his pockets, it's hard for him to be at the top.
Yeah, it's more TKO's booking than Triple H's, so that's how they're doing it. So
I'm tired of people saying that like that Triple H is like triple fraud and like he doesn't know what he's doing. And it's like these people don't understand what they're actually it's actually what's actually happening behind the scenes. I'm not gonna get to that right now because I've talked about it multiple times. But if you know, you know.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy that I can play 25 at best. I don't care about the island unlockables as long as I can play the game and I have everything else like the my faction stuff. I'm good. Now the only thing I don't have is the Undertaker 20, but nobody has the Undertaker 20 as far as I know. Nobody has that card. They didn't even announce him yet at all.
yeah. Well, and also apparently the Vision, like no, Maxine, like you sold out. Chant happened a little bit ago during the Vision and the Alpha Academy segment.
But I mean, it's any surprise though, because like Maxine, like she turned on Chad Gable and she got a big boo reaction from the crowd. So is it really surprising to get a "You sold out" chant like that from her? Honestly, it's not to me. So
And Paul Heyman pretty much said told Maxine, "You are pretty much the leader of the Vision," and pretty much Paul Heyman also said, "You don't need me anymore." So what's next for Paul Heyman? I'm
for
wondering.
Brock, well, for the
Besides
time
Brock
being, is
Lesnar,
with for the time being is him and Brock. But since Brock probably will retire at SummerSlam, the main question is like, where
maybe
does Paul?
Oba. I
So you're
kind of
saying that
want to see.
you're, you're saying that Brock is going to get betrayed by Heyman in the Hell in a Cell match against Oba?
I think so.
I don't know if that's a hot take or not,
I don't.
because it is a I don't know. Given what's been happening with Oba and Heyman, I don't really see that really, but they could be doing
But
a swerve.
how they opened Raw, Paul Heyman had police officers in a restraining order against Oba Femi.
But Oba didn't care at all and just destroyed the cops.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Bro, Oba Femi is like he doesn't care. He really is like the next big thing, I would say.
Yeah, he is 100%.
Like that man has everything really. He has the aura, he has the look, he has the moves. He could work in the ring. Like he's that guy.
Do you
Like
think Seth Rollins is going to come up with the Shield entrance at SummerSlam? You thinking to get
honestly,
his new Roman
I think
skin?
I think no, because like you gotta think about it. Roman and Seth is like the visionary versus the OTC. I don't think that Seth's gonna want to be like the troll in this. Because like when it was him against Roman in 2022, it was a different story because Seth was like the drip god, like the laughing one, and wanted to get
Yeah,
in the head of Roman Reigns. This version of Seth Rollins is like the serious Seth Rollins, kind of like that King Slayer, that Beast Slayer Seth Rollins.
yeah.
So I see him and Roman just like being themselves, and then just them having a banger. Do I think Seth's gonna win the match? Probably not, but I can see it go either way. I would not be mad about it.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't even know how the outcome would go for that match because it could go either way.
That's the
Because
thing about it too. I like that.
Roman can never beat, never once beat Seth Rollins clean, really. So
So that's the thing, though. That's probably like why I'd probably say Roman because then they could finally put the nail in the coffin in that
because that's
story.
what Seth wants Roman to do. Put this piece of nail out and get it happen once and for all and let it happen.
Man,
Let
it
him
sucks that
get one
It
win.
sucks that Dean Ambrose is not with the company anymore. We never got
Oh,
the real Shield triple threat at like a big pay per view.
yeah, I
Like
wouldn't.
they
If they did, they shouldn't done the match at I'm trying to remember the match they
it
done.
was it was at Battleground. It was at
They should have
Battleground.
done that. Should have been a WrestleMania main event right there.
I would have taken SummerSlam really, or the I would have taken the big four pay per views. But like at a B level show, no, that's not for me.
They could have. They could have gone all the good from all the way for it if they did at Mania.
And it's like the match they had at Battleground was good. Like it was entertaining. It's just that it could have been done better, I would say.
I
It could have done it
kind of
at a
just
better
see.
location. So yeah, but I'd still probably say Roman on that one. We are getting so we're probably gonna get Nick Aldis finally in a match against Gunther at SummerSlam. Given
Yeah,
what
I'm
happened on
gonna.
SmackDown.
It's gonna happen. But it's because technically Nick Aldis didn't do nothing wrong. He just told him he wanted a match.
He was just doing his job, really.
Yep. So he's technically they cannot suspend him off of that.
I definitely want to see what transpired on SmackDown because of what happened with those, which what happened with Gunther and Nick Aldis. I definitely want to see where that transpires. So yeah,
Um, but what do you think about CM Punk and Cody team versus Gunther and Sammy outcome going to be?
that's something I didn't really expect to happen at Saturday Night's main event. I feel like that's definitely gonna be the main event of it. There's no, there's no way that's not the main event.
Yeah, but who's going to be heel during that run though? CM Punk or Cody at
I feel
SummerSlam?
like,
Then you thinking?
I feel like it has to be Cody because like you can the crowd can boo CM Punk and like people are like burnt out of they're pretty much burnt out with Cody as his babyface.
Yeah, but
So
I want him to turn heel, but I don't know if they're going to flip it right away because they have to start that build up like starting a Saturday night main event if they're going to do the heel run starting. Once they win, Cody Rhodes hit CM Punk with Crossroads.
I feel like Cody's definitely going to be the heel in that one because like CM Punk is like the big babyface. But I mean, I could see a swerve and have CM Punk be the heel. I wouldn't mind that one. But most part of me wants Cody Rhodes to be the bad guy, really, because like they've been. I feel like Cody's been getting more booze as the time goes on.
Yeah, and
So
everyone's complaining him becoming kind of like a corporate champion, kind of in a way. Everyone's
yeah,
complaining about that.
um, really like the SummerSlam buildups for like Liv and Io. I don't know what they're doing with that one. It's just
Um,
Liv getting the upper hand and Io. They
but
just be treating Liv like she's not even a real champion.
yeah, I
And
kind of see that.
I feel like it's only because Stephanie McCare is injured, and because of that, the dumbheads just thought that because Stephanie's injured, they have no plans for Liv. When you clearly have a lot of other new talent that Liv could work with, but instead you have to put her in the Queen of the Ring tournament and have her go to the finals when you had other women that could have taken her place. Like the way Liv was booked this year, I just did not like at all. Besides, like from the Rumble to Mania, that was fine. But like after she won the title, she was just a laughing stock. And it sucks because Liv is really good at what she does. She's really good. Like she definitely is probably one of the best women's wrestlers in the game today. It's just that her booking needs a big fix. But now it like going back to my faction, they've been pushing a lot of birthday bashes daily now with a
Yeah, they
lot of
have.
free packs. It helps with me because the more packs, the better for me. Because I ain't grinding MFP anymore. I'm on the island grind really.
Yeah, I've been on the island grind, so same. It's like there's two ways you can do it. It's like Teklin's grinded VC on it. You can either do the championship pedigree method,
Or the
or you can
striking
do
one
it.
with the heavy
No,
handed.
yep. There's two
I
ways
do
you can
that.
do it.
I go with the heavy handed. I'm doing the heavy handed one because I feel like with the champions one, it just takes a while. It just takes a while for them to like do stuff because they sometimes they just like go for different body parts and then like it doesn't really work that well for me. So I just stick to the one I've been using, and that one's been helping me out a lot. I've been winning matches
Yeah.
much quicker, and I have the Tonga Death Grip as like my custom character's like finisher. So
Yes, that's what I'm saying on my end. Just in
yeah,
case, because I do have the championship pedigree activate. Not championship, but there's two badges you can get it granted a finisher early. It's between the championship pedigree and unbreakable. It
I use
is.
um I use beatdown, broken, heavy handed, anaconda for my call, all in level 4. I use those four, and they're like the best combo for me to use.
But Anaconda doesn't really do much on the sliders because that's pretty much more or less on the hold button or button pressing, basically.
I
Someone
feel like
told me.
I did remove the badge from my character, and it showed that the bar kind of went down a little bit, so that's why I just kept it because
Um,
it improved my submissions for me at least. It could be go different for you.
because of I got my character overall 100, so that's probably why.
My character's at 85, so I didn't really like once I got all the badges, I didn't really like need to boost my character stats up a bit more, and it would just be a waste of VC. Unless I'm in because that's like 200 VC to like increase up from 85 to 100, and I'm not gonna be like doing that. I'd rather just grind the VC for packs.
That's I kind of done that, but I done it during because I had like enough MFP to do a 20 box, and I said, "No, what? I put all my VC on my character, so I kind of don't have to worry about it."
Yeah, I feel like after January when like the content's pretty much like done and there's like no new content, that's when like I feel like you don't really need to grind that much in this game anymore.
Yeah, because there's nothing left to do in the game as
Like
much.
once I have all the persona cards that are in the game and they don't add any more, I'm pretty much not gonna touch my faction no matter how many pack. That's why I feel like when I picked December 26th, which is my final day as my faction content creator, it's pretty much be saying like that's probably the day when after that day there's probably gonna be no new content for personas because
Well,
then
I will be on it, but not as much because I'll be playing more or less GTA 6, and I've been
that's what
playing.
I'm reading. That's what I've been doing too. I've
And
been
I've been also been playing the remastered Call of Duty Black Ops 2 lately when it just came out a couple of days ago.
oh
It came
I
out
haven't
in
been
PS4 and PS5 version. They did.
I'm not much of like a big like Call of Duty guy besides like Call of Duty Ghost and like Black Ops 3. I play those
Uh,
games and I like those games, so I'm not like too into it, but it'll be fun to play those games whenever
and
whenever someone asks me to play with them in. I wouldn't mind.
I've been lately. I've been playing it with Amanda. Playing must have been playing zombies on there.
I've seen Daily Passengers play the Saints Row 2 and Cyberpunk.
I did play a little bit of Cyberpunk. I haven't fully beat the game yet, but I heard it's pretty good so far. I'm actually enjoying the
It's better
story.
than how it was in 2020 when it first came out.
I guess a good thing I waited patiently on it,
I
playing
wasn't
it.
like I wasn't in the mood to really get it 'cause I'm not much into that kind of genre of game, so I didn't really like care about it anymore. But I know that Deadly Panther is having a great time playing other games besides like WWE games. I know that he's definitely like annoyed about how much Greed 2K can give, and I
Yeah,
know that
I'm
he's
kind of
not.
getting aggravated off of what they're doing because they can't help it. Y'all give us so many birthday bashes in 1 month, so why are you taking disadvantaging us like on Smash and Stash?
I feel like they're that's like hypocrites. And like, why have like you? We said this on the first episode too. Why would you have like more than like the like? What would you have like Drew McIntyre 10 or like some of the elite figures from last year in 24? why have those when you could have put those in the ringside pass? Like
Yeah.
they could have put the everything from the free tier from the first season. Those could have just been the free unlockable because like there was some free one, like there was a free classic Hulk Hogan. There was like a Rocky Maivia that was not in the first season. They could have done that for all of them. Then for the first tier, it could have been all of my faction stuff from like the previous games. That would give it an extension to play my faction, but they don't see it that way. They see it as like it's a way for them to make money. For a business side, I think it's reasonable, but in reality, from the consumers, it's just it just doesn't work right.
Yeah. They're This mode's going dead by a second. Once you get to it, it's going
Yeah,
to be
like
dead.
my faction is pretty much a dead mode, really, because like I feel like with the game, like on paper, the game is fun on paper because like it's like NBA 2K's My Team, where like you collect cards, you build a faction, you try to make it as like as great as like other great factions. But the problem is that like the way that they're pricing stuff and like the way you have to unlock certain stuff is definitely what trims me out.
And then the Vestor deck, did you seen about what they kind of did with the Vestor deck at the end?
What do you mean?
Like stage 5, once you complete the boss run, they took said 500, they put 150. They at the end of the run at stage 5.
Is that like a bad thing or?
Kind of, yeah, but that's how the credits been giving us more credits.
So you're saying that like when you complete the boss in the final tower, which is Tower 5,
Yep.
and
That's
you just get 500
it
XP.
was like 500 for the when you do faction wars. It's
So
like
they
it
nerfed
was
the amount. So they nerfed the amount that you get from the final one to just a 150.
yep at stage
Eh,
5. That's
I feel like with the other rewards, it's like you still get more than 150 per other bosses. Like, why
yeah.
would you just nerf that? That makes no sense.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
It's
but
like they
then
nerf.
again,
It's like they
best
nerf the things that gives us what we want. It's like so they don't patch the bugs in the game. They're happy about how the game is, but then they get upset when we find a way to earn microtransactions ourselves without paying them.
yeah.
That just shows how hypocritical the company is of their
I don't know
greed.
if you noticed that. That's why I kind of mentioned it because I've been noticing that a lot.
I haven't
So
really been touching Faction Wars with it. Once I got all the unlockable personas, I just didn't touch it anymore until like if there's a live event that I need. Like if I need Blake Monroe, which I don't have, if I have to get her from the Faction Wars market, I'll just grind
yeah.
Faction Wars and see if I can get them to get her. There's nothing wrong with me doing that. I grind like almost 4 to 5K credits per run. So
Yo,
I can
guess
grind.
who's sorry to interrupt, but guess who returned just now?
Who did?
Big Cass and just End Zone Big Cass are coming back.
Stop.
No, it's pros. It's I just looked on X. It is.
Stop. You're kidding
Oh,
me, right?
soon as the certified heat packs comes out Friday, they all of a sudden doing that now.
I knew that wasn't a coincidence. It had to be like a reference. You're
But
kidding me, right?
I just found out because of breaking
Was
news.
it was it like a promo package or was it
Oh
just like
no, breaking news! Big Cass is set to make his WWE return August 3rd.
so like the Raw after SummerSlam?
Yep.
Dang. I did
This
not
is, but it didn't say Enzo, but I think it's gonna be Enzo as well. So
it
I'm
has to be
not.
Enzo. I've been hearing like news about Enzo, so it's
Yeah,
definitely gotta be Enzo and Cass.
I've been hearing them going to NXT instead.
That's what
I've
I was
been,
saying too. But that's a
but
Monday. That's a
yeah,
Monday.
that's what. So
But I mean
that
NXT has no problem with their tag division because they have TNA, they got NXT, so there's nothing wrong with that tag, but the Raw and SmackDown divisions, those are the ones that need help.
yep,
So
between Raw and SmackDown, but I think like both of them doesn't really have a tag division, really.
yeah, and they're like mixing up teams. Like they put R-Truth and Damian Priest at tag. They've been barely defending
But
their titles. They've just been in backstage segments.
yeah, with the War Raiders they have, and like they
Why
want to do title for title, they do.
they're literally the
Like,
AAA tag champs.
yeah, so that's what they very much what the War Raiders did say. They wanted title for title, basically.
What? That's the best they can do for now. They could have added other tag teams. Like they have Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. I mean,
But they're
Tala
kind of
Tonga and
feuding with
Tama
Finn
Tonga.
Balor, so. But I want the Bullet Club like reunited, kind of in a way. If you think about it,
Oh,
with
Bullet Club and WWE. That would be interesting.
yeah, because you already got Finn Balor, you got Tama Tonga, so.
I
But
mean,
they could do like Tonga Loa and like
I have a
I don't
Bullet
know.
Club in my universe, but it's a different kind of Bullet Club because I have AJ Styles, the Motor City Machine Guns, Damian Priest, and Lola Vice as my Bullet Club.
Hmm. But what do you think
I,
about what they're doing in AAA with the Damian Priest segments or over there?
honestly, I haven't watched it yet because I've been busy with a lot of stuff, so it's kind of hard for me to try to like watch it. But what I've seen about what they're doing, I'm kind of interested to see what they did with Damian Priest in AAA.
When
Like
in
he
that
definitely
AAA,
he
trying to remember what that championship what
was it
Volcano won.
was it the no, it wasn't the Cruiserweight title because Ray Phoenix has that one. It was the Latin American Campeonato.
I don't even know what it's called,
Actually, I
but
think it
he had
was
to
the Latin.
relinquish it.
I think it was the Latin American title because you have the Mega title, which is Dominic, the Cruiserweight World, the World Cruiserweight title, which is Ray Phoenix, and then you have the tag titles, and then you have the Latin American title. So Vikingo was the Latin American champion.
Yeah, but he had to relinquish that. But Omos did not want to give it back to Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I saw that they were trying to do like a Freebird rule thing, but Ray was not buying that.
So
Ray's the type of person that thinks championships are earned, not given. So
yeah,
props to Ray for that one. Let's get into some wrestling hot takes that I have and see if you agree with me or disagree on this one. So the first one is the international crowds, like the France crowd, the Italy crowd, the England crowd, are way better than the American crowds.
yeah, that's 100% agree on that because they have the loudest pops and loudest reactions. They sing
What do
along
you
with people's theme songs. They do.
what do you think is the best international PLE from 2023's like Backlash in Puerto Rico? I mean, no, from Clash at Castle with 2022 to Clash in Paris in 2025. I don't really count Crown. Do I count?
I
I
don't
guess
know
I
because
guess I'll Crown Jewel.
I wouldn't even know because like they've all like did about the same, but it's like I'm trying.
I will say mine is Backlash in Lyon, France. I don't know what it is about the Lyon, France crowd at that show, but like I say that because like for Cody and AJ, Cody's entrance, they were singing it like when the music ended, they kept singing it like
Yeah,
fluently together. They were in sync. They like there was no gaps. And like they clapped together at the same time, like, and then you have AJ, which probably has the best chance in Leon. I don't even know how to say that, but AJ gets a unique chance, and the camera is like bouncing up and down from that roar. And like Roman Reigns too. Forget about Roman Reigns. His chance is amazing to hear. Like they even give that chance to Dirty Dom too. They give it to Dirty Dom. I hear with Cody Rhodes sometimes, like, but Roman Reigns is more known for that because he's just added to his aura. Um, there was something in my mind. I can't remember what it was, but I was thinking of something with it. But do you think Backlash should be like the PLE that's like goes internationally?
they should, but they go random, so it's like really hard to say. But I wouldn't mind like having Backlash just outside of the U.S.
Because I feel like Backlash is probably like a good PLE for like an international PLE. Because
Yeah,
like it's not like Clash in Paris, it's not like Crown Jewel Perth, it's not like those kind of international shows. Backlash is like a show that you think will be like a American PLE, but no, they go like around the world, and those shows are lit. Um, Another hot take is Dave Meltzer's ratings on the Wrestling Observer Radio. kind of ruins the reputation, ruins not kind of, fully ruins the reputation of veterans.
I didn't even know that actually.
So I'm gonna say it again. Dave Meltzer's ratings um kind of messes up the veterans, because like, for example, with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens against the Bloodline at Backlash, Dave gave that match a 4.75 stars, which was his first ever high rated Randy Orton match. No 5-star match with Randy, no 5-star match with Kurt Angle. That's the kind of what I mean. Like, it ruins the reputation of veterans like Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. Because to me, it kind of doesn't really matter. 'Cause I feel like Dave is just real bias of wrestling, I would say. What do you think about that?
Um, I really don't know on that.
Like, do you even care? Do you think the wrestlers even care about Dave's ratings?
No.
I have a feeling that they I have a feeling they don't really care, because like Dave can hate all he wants. Like, he can hate on Hulk Hogan all he wants, but he can't deny the fact that Hulk Hogan changed professional wrestling from like the 80s. Um, I had a hot take, but I've kind of forgot what I had in my mind. Um, okay, so TNA and NXT's alliance
Yeah.
kills TNA as its own promotion.
Um, okay, so I don't really know actually, but they've not been doing much of NXT and TNA promotion in a minute,
I feel
so
like,
I don't.
I mean, they have some of the women in the Knockouts TV title tournament. They have some there. Like, I know Thea Hale is there, Wendy Chu. Some of them is there. And I feel like it's one of those things where like it's a partnership that's good, but I feel like they need like to find what feud revolves around them, and when it's like the right time to like bring in the talent. Because like the tournament, for example, they brought in some of the women from NXT to that tournament, so that was a good idea. And in my eyes, I don't think TNA is like downhill. It's because of the NXT collab. I think it's because like poor booking and poor management. That's pretty much what's causing the downfall, I would say.
And my thing is they should get rid of War Games for temporarily, but I do want to see WWE versus AAA versus TNA at Survivor Series.
I feel like that's like a match that like doesn't need a War Games match, I would say.
Just
Because
like
like,
doing like a Survivor Series, like get rid of War Games, just do it on Survivor Series, like just call it back to where it's all elimination before they changed it to War Games.
that actually goes to my next hot take. WWE's War Games is better than NXT's War Games. I I'll be honest, like, and by the way, when I say these hot takes, I'm not saying these are my hot takes. I mean, like, that's just hot takes that I think of my mind.
Yeah.
So I can just say firmly that hot take is nonsense. Like,
Everyone pretty much what I've been seeing in posts about it. They were saying they want like see that happen, like WWE versus AAA versus TNA and War Games, not War Games, but like at least their Survivor Series elimination tradition.
I'll be honest, I feel like it could go either way. I wouldn't mind a War Games match like that, and I would not have mind Survivor Series elimination. Like, I feel like either way, it'll still be a great time for me. Like, you do men and
I wouldn't
women
mind.
different
I would
matches.
enjoy it for sure.
Either way, it would still be a fire match. But like with NXT, like, there's no other company that would do like a 4-on-4 War Games better than NXT. Like, NXT did a 3v3v3 for the first ever War Games in 2017. No other company is gonna do what like that.
Yeah, they
No other
should at least
company.
do it one time with like different promotion, but with AAA and WWE, then WWE and TNA partnership. So they should consider doing that. That
I
would
wouldn't
have
even
been an
mind.
interesting War Games match. Have
I wouldn't mind
TNA.
seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing NXT, WWE, TNA, and AAA. Because I feel like with NXT, it's kind of its own separate brand, and like they're the ones that are in reality with TNA. So it's I wouldn't really surprised really about that.
If they did the TNA route, like with if they added TNA, I wouldn't mind seeing like the Hardy Boys being in it, Moose, and probably I don't remember like maybe Eric Young or something.
What is
Maybe
a T? What are some TNA dream? So before we get to TNA, before we get to more hot takes, what is some TNA matches that has not happened yet that you want to see on between TNA and NXT or WWE, whatever? Because you know some main roster ties they might want to go to NXT for some matches.
yeah.
So like, what are some crossover matches you like to see?
Uh, I actually don't know. Actually, on that, I see. I wouldn't mind seeing like one more, at least one dream match, at least if they're going to do it. I want to see do the Hardy Boys versus team like gosh dang, I'm trying to remember the team would have been. I wouldn't mind seeing like the Hardy Boys trying to remember the like if Tommaso Ciampa didn't get released from WWE, I wouldn't see like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa face the Hardy Boys.
That would have been a pretty interesting tag match because I mean we have seen against the Revival, so
Yeah,
that could be a very interesting one right there.
that's
For me, I two people that I think could thrive is BDE versus Penta. That's like a little bit of a wild card, but I feel like with Penta and BDE, like those two kind of have they kind of have that kind of that high flying still. And I wouldn't mind seeing how what Penta can handle with BDE. 'Cause I feel like with BDE, he's like a content creator himself, but he can do good in the ring too. Because I seen him with Nick Nemeth. I did see BDE against Nick Nemeth on TNA, and he holds himself against someone like Nick Nemeth. Mm, I feel like an interesting one I would say would be the ooh, wait I had it in my mind but then like it kind of slipped away from me. Ah man, if Santos Escobar didn't leave WWE, man, I would have loved to see him against Leon Slater. So I feel like with Leon Slater, it's that like he has kind of like the high flying skills that matches the culture of lucha libre.
yeah,
But like because Santos not with the company, I wouldn't mind seeing El Grande Americano versus Leon Slater. Like I feel like Elizabeth Kaiser could get a great match out of Leon Slater.
yeah,
Like there's a lot of great lucha libre talent that kind of matches that style of the X division. The high flying skills, I definitely see that.
yeah,
I have this is an interesting one too. The Elegance brand, which is Ash, Heather, and Emma Elegance, against Liv Morgan, Raquel, and Roxanne Perez at Judgment Day. You have like a team, a group of women that are like the perfect, like annoying heels in the Elegance brand. And you have them with Mr. Elegance and the personal, whatever the heck he is. On the other side, you have the Judgment Day, which is like a big heel group. And then you have Dominic and JD there to kind of even up the score. You kind of a similarity between the two groups. You know what I mean? I know you probably don't know who the Elegance brand are, but I've heard about them working TNA. And I wouldn't mind seeing them against the Judgment Day because the Judgment Day is kind of like the similarities between them. That makes sense.
yeah. It is.
So I wouldn't mind seeing that one. Um, Yeah, like besides that, there's like not that much other matches I really think about really. Because like a lot of matches, like we had like Moose against Obafemi at Roadblock, which was a really good match. Like those two really destroyed each other. Like Javon Evans and Leon Slater from Bound for Glory, that was a really
Yeah.
great one.
There was one match they should actually do. Roman Reigns versus Moose.
Oh my! Why did I think of that? Oh
Like that
wait,
is
wait.
like
Oh,
I think
yo, wait,
because
wait,
like
wait. I
who
got an idea.
would have to
Oh,
yeah.
I got one. Jacob Fatu versus Moose.
Oh oh that I don't
Bro,
know.
those two matches, those they would tear the house. They will beat the
Yeah,
crap
like
out of each other.
who would have to be here between Roman and Moose on that one?
Bro, that's a money making match right there. Um, yeah, man, dang.
That
That
would
you
have been a
Gunther.
close match though, that would have
Oh
been.
wait, oh wait, how about this one? Gunther versus Moose.
Oh, oh, that would
Gunther,
definitely sell for
Gunther.
sure.
I want
Like,
Moose might want to handle those chops. And I know he's probably retired, but I know he'd probably be retired by then. But like, if he doesn't retire, which is low level, Brock Lesnar versus Moose, that could have been something.
yeah,
Like Moose is like that powerhouse, and then there's like a big powerhouse group. Like you even have like Solo Sokoa. That could, I mean, Solo's kind of like the little bit of it, but I feel like he can make Moose work well. But yeah,
like
definitely Roman versus
that
Moose is
was
definitely the
one.
big one.
Yeah, that was one of my dream matches I was having. Like for a minute, I was like, what if they did WWE versus TNA at some point? Roman comes across the line, and Moose comes across the line each other, and then I don't know how they
Bro,
would have done that.
that would actually be sick. Like we have seen TNA stars make it to like the main roster. We had like Joe Hendry at WrestleMania, so there's that possibility. There's that possibility.
Yeah. They could pull the trigger just like that, but at special moments, like either Royal Rumble or WrestleMania.
Oh, WrestleMania! Don't get me started. WrestleMania, that would be epic between Oba and Roman. Epic. Um, so another one that I have in my mind, I'm trying to think of something with like there's people like CM Punk that I want to see what he can work with, but it's not really someone that I can really think of. Like in my
Yeah,
mind, I'm thinking like Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards, the Edwards versus
yeah,
Punk and AJ, and like a little bit of a kind of like husband and wife dream match right there. Because like
yeah.
Eddie and Alicia, they're like veterans in TNA, while Punk and AJ are like the legends in there too. So, well, interesting one there. Um, I'm trying to think of a team that will work well with the Woken Hardy Boys, not the normal Hardy Boys, but like the Woken Hardy. Because we just saw the normal Hardy Boys in NXT, but I kind of want to see what the brother Nero, Jeff, and like the broken Matt Hardy would do.
I want like the Usos have like kind of run it back, kind of.
I was thinking the Usos, but like I don't think they would really work well with this version of the Hardys. I
If
feel like
no, what the Wyatt Six, if they didn't get
I
released,
was about to say that. I was about to say that. The Wysick would have fit perfectly with those Woken Hardys. I was about to say that. Bro, that would have been epic. Like
it would have been.
the White Six, like they crossed the line in AAA. They could have went to TNA and feuded with the Woken Hardys.
Good.
That's the thing too. I'm trying to think of like characters that can parallel together, like Oba and Roman, for example. That was definitely a good one. But like, dang man, it sucks that like some of these talent are gone because like they could have definitely worked well with the TNA stars.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Aleister Black could have definitely worked against Broken Matt Hardy himself.
Yeah.
Because like Matt Hardy is like Rebby Sky, that's Matt Hardy's wife. She was also a wrestler too in TNA, so it wouldn't be surprising seeing Zelina Vega get involved in that too.
I do have another conspiracy. So since they didn't add Paige in the WrestleMania 42 DLC pack, what if they
Yeah.
actually add like an expansion like they did with Goldberg and Nikki Bella
I
on the
mean, like
island.
given I mean, like
If
given
they
that the
did,
fact that given the fact that Island that 2K26 is only for like PS5 and Xbox Series, it's really to the
yeah,
point where it's like it doesn't really matter like what they could put Page in the Island and like people would not like be too mad about it, especially people that play the Island because then they could just grind out the island and just get Page there. So it wouldn't really, I don't really wouldn't root that out of the picture. There is that
yeah.
possibility.
I've been seeing people saying comment about that since everyone's kind of a little bit disappointed. But they could change it. They could do something, or they could add like Paige as like a DLC, or put her in the ringside pass. They could, or make
And
her own DLC.
one more hot take that I'll say in this episode is WWE games that 2K26 is worse than 2K22.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
like
I feel like if you look at it from like a predatory practice standpoint, it's worse. But if you ignore that and you focus it on like a gameplay side, I disagree. Sure, the gameplay may be similar with a few tweaks, but think about it. 2K22, there was like no new match types. From 23 all the way to 26, you have like multiple new match types and new like gameplay stuff, like ragdoll physics and like new ways to mess around with like the match types. I get that. And like my GM got better too. Showcase got better too. So like from that side, it's good. But the Predator Prices is worse. So it's a yes and no to that hot take. So yeah, that was all the hot takes that I have for now. Definitely gonna do more of these soon on future episodes.
yeah.
But um but yeah, also before I wrap up this episode with a game, I want to also say before I forgot to say this for sure, but I want to dedicate this stream to Spencer, who I know he's suffering through some bad personal stuff right now. So I want to pay him his respect here, as well as Mike, who was the guest on the last episode. He told me that he had to do kidney surgery, so he's been having kidney surgery. So hopefully his surgery was a success as well too. So Spence and Mike, this episode is dedicated to both of you, and hope both of you are feeling a lot better right now. So yeah, so to wrap up this episode, I want to say this: what are the 5 talent that got released this year that you think could have had potential to be a main event level stars? And I'm gonna say this: if you take the Y6, for example, that counts as one team, not the
All
whole
right.
5, just the one team. Just put an example. So what are the 5 wrestlers that got released by WWE and TNA that you think could have been doing better?
Well, I'm gonna say Sammy Callahan from TNA side, but he asked to he left on his own terms.
And like he was
Uh,
tired too, so I don't really say that. But if we're going TNA, Tessa Blanchard. For Tessa Blanchard, she could have definitely been in WWE for a couple of matches. Like there was a perfect chance for her to be there, but apparently the booking didn't work well for her. And then like she had to leave because she wanted to do CMLL, so she couldn't do both of those. So yeah, Tessa Blanchard's one. My second one is Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. I'm counting both of them as one because they were both together at the time.
yeah.
Both of them, especially Aleister Black, because Aleister Black, like he was getting pushed by Triple H a lot. Like, yeah, I think about it too. He was like he beat Randy Orton on SmackDown before the Chamber, and his
Yep.
reward was getting fired after Mania or released. Like, how does that make any sort of sense?
Um,
So what's your second one?
um, I want to say kind of like Apollo. I say Apollo Cruz. He could have
Apollo
been a main
Cruz.
eventer.
Apollo Cruz is definitely someone that had the tools for it because he was a solid mid Carter and he definitely could have been elevated more into the main event levels.
He was
A
getting
tag,
there.
yeah, but it's just injuries kind of played a part in his like I want to say demise, but I feel like his downfall. I would say, and like it wasn't the same afterwards. So my next my third one is the Motor City Machine Guns. I bet you knew that one was coming
Yeah.
because as someone who was a big fan of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, I've been I didn't really watch them in TNA much, but then when I saw they were on WWE TV, I started watching TNA, and I actually knew what they were pretty quickly. So I really wish they were like main event level because I definitely could have seen them as like world champions because they did. TNA did put the world title on both members.
Yep.
They gave Chris Sabin the title in 2013, and they gave Sabin it in 20. I'm not Sabin, Shelley in 2023. So they have potential, but apparently it just didn't. TKO just didn't see it money with them and released them both. So definitely got me upset when I found out they were fired.
Yeah.
So that was my third.
I want to say that Wyatt's 6, in my perspective. Then they
I
should have
was
done.
thinking I was thinking about picking the wife, but I knew you were gonna pick it and I didn't want to copy yours. So yeah, the Y I think is definitely something because they definitely had they definitely paying on Alex Bray Wyatt's legacy, but the booking was really hurting it. Um Kyrie Sane. The only thing I'm
Yep.
starting on Kyrie Sane. Oh man. One of my favorites women wrestlers a lot was Kyrie Sane. And then she's gone. Like, what? How does that make any sense? Not gonna even start about that. So
Yep.
that was my number. So that was my number four.
Um. This one I don't really know anymore fully. If
So far, my four is the Morris City Machine Guns, um, Kyrie Sane, Alice Black and Zelina Vega, and what was the fourth one? I don't remember what my fourth one was.
um,
I know it was the Morris City Machine Guns, Black and Zelina, Kyrie Sane, and the
actually, I
fourth
figured out
one.
one. No, I
Oh wait,
just figured out.
the fourth one was Tessa Blanchard. Remember that? It was Tessa Blanchard. That
Yeah.
was my fourth one.
Yeah. My four. Okay, I figured out which one. I say Oscar, pretty much.
Like she's retired. I mean, she's not retired, but like she's still with the company though.
No, she
Is
left
she?
WWE. She did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she left the company, but it was like shown one time only on television. Then she left right after.
Oh, so like her contract expired, right?
Yeah, it
And like
was like enough to like talk to Kyrie Sane, and pretty much like left that right after.
she talked to EO and then like she walked out. I
Yep.
remember that.
So, but she's
My
not
my
part of no longer the company. So
my fifth one, Sheamus. You're you probably saw that one coming too.
yeah,
Sheamus was
I
someone
kind
that
of did see
how
Sheamus
in the
that.
world do you release someone who didn't even get a chance to become the Intercontinental Champion? That will
Yeah, he was
always
literally one title away of becoming a Grand Slam champion.
they gave Sami Zayn the Grand Slam championship before Sheamus.
Sheamus should have been it, but Sheamus has been in the company longer than Sami. So
He should have been champion at WrestleMania. I would have taken him over Gunther.
it
Obviously,
should have
we know
been
now.
Sheamus. But
Obviously, we know now that Gunther beat Honky Tonk Man's reign, so that was a good idea. But like at the time, I didn't even notice that he was going to be Honky's reign. If nobody knew about that, they could have
nope.
they could have pulled the plug on Sheamus there.
Yeah,
Like
they could.
like Kyrie Sane and Sheamus were definitely two fumbles for me. All the everyone that I picked in the five got fumbled. Well, four really because Tessa Blanchard was TNA, and she was dang there too. So I can't really say all five, but all four of
Yeah.
them. So my five were Tessa Blanchard, Alice Black and Zelina Vega, the Morrissey Machine Guns, Kyrie Sane, and Sheamus.
Oh, okay.
You're
I just figured out my last one. It's Braun Strowman. They could have done way better with Braun Strowman.
especially when he returned too, because he was having banger matches too on Raw and some on SmackDown. He's definitely
Yeah.
someone.
I think it was like his best was during like COVID when the Shield, like not the Roman and the Braun, the Roman and Braun Strowman and the Fiend Bray Wyatt match.
At Payback, I feel like that match was good. Like it was a good build to it, but
Yeah,
I feel like they could have done better. Now,
but
and I know
we
now now I know I said that it was 2025 releases, but I do kind of understand. Like I'll let it slide on that one because honestly, a lot of people in 2025, like Cora J, for example, she definitely was one. So I'll let it slide on that one because I know there was probably people that I was saying probably you were probably gonna say too. You probably gonna say Sheamus, you're gonna say Kyrie Sane. So
yeah.
and I know we didn't want to copy each other, so I understand it. So I'll
Yeah,
let it
that's what
slide.
I was not, but that's what I wasn't copying. I was like going off my top of my head.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. So your five was Sammy Callahan, the White Six, Apollo Cruz, Braun Strowman, and
Yeah, I would say
I don't
Mustafa
oh
Ali. They could have done
Oscar was your fourth one
Oscar. Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Mustafa
yep.
Ali is also another one, yeah, but I know he had better success in TNA right now, so
Yeah, he's doing way better in TNA for sure.
yeah. Yeah, it sucks. A lot of people a lot of people that get released, they still have that potential. Like even JC Mateo definitely had the potential. He was from Japan too. So hopefully they don't fumble with Naraku, which was evil in New Japan. They don't fumble with him because he's doing good in
He's,
NXT.
I think he's gonna win the title for sure off of Tommaso
I definitely see
Ciampa,
that.
not Tommaso Ciampa, but
It was
Tony D'Angelo.
yeah, telling D'Angelo is someone that definitely should be called up, definitely. But like I understand why, because like they probably think that he needs to like because I feel the Don character wouldn't really fit well in the main roster, so it makes sense for him to get called up with a new character. This new character really it fits him more, I would say.
Yeah,
But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much gonna wrap up this episode, man. It was
yeah,
great to have you back after last
yeah.
week, and
Yeah, I
I'm
was
glad.
went bowling and I pretty much was hurting that entire day. I was after I went bowling, I couldn't done anything.
Yeah, good thing that I was able to take care of it and hold it down. And I did have we did have a special guest that time too, so that helped out. If there was no special guest, I probably would have canceled it that day. So
Yeah, well,
yeah,
if I had service, I would have said something, but I didn't.
yeah. But honestly, it was a great episode again, and um, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and see you, Edge.
See ya.